Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you've all been having a lovely week. So I'm back now to work a little bit more on the orange journal. I have done a little bit off camera, not too much. This morning I whipped up the covers for the journal. I've got two actually. Just grab this one. This one here is the one that is going to be for the giveaway, and then this one here I'm making to pop into my shop, but they're going to be two different journals, so I'll explain a little bit about that. So I assembled a sort of rough signature here. It's got about 25 pages, I'm thinking. And they're a mixture of just tea-dyed papers, orange sort of 6x6 papers. I got this awesome, too sure what you would call it. I'm trying to see if I've got the other piece of it. It was a really large piece anyway, and it had these awesome edges on it. We've got lined paper, brown paper, handmade paper, just a mixture. I've got some ledger paper in there as well. So that's that, and I thought in today's video I would go through and place the pieces of ephemera that I've been making sort of loosely through the journal. And then I'll go and off camera and permanently do it. But I thought while I'm doing that I might answer the 10 crafty questions. I did get tagged by the lovely Maud, I'm sorry Maud if I don't pronounce your name right, Maud Hemstra. She is from the Netherlands, and yeah, we've been in contact on Instagram, and she's such a lovely lady, and she tagged me, so I thought that I would just have a really casual video just putting the ephemera together and answering those questions. So this one here will be for the giveaway, and this one here is going to be a plain journal, so I'm going to fill this with a mixture of papers. I'm not going to create any embellishments for it, but what I am going to do is create a sort of a separate package with papers and dies and things like that, so that whoever purchases it can make their own bits and pieces up and make this journal their own. So that's what I'm going to do with the second one. So I will get started here. I'm going to pop the cover aside here. I think you guys have already seen me make a cover. This is a soft journal cover. It's A5 size once again. Well, the cover is slightly bigger than A5 just so it can house the sort of A5 pages that are in here, and it's going to bulk out quite a bit, so I do give a few extra centimeters lengthwise so that it has lots of room to sort of grow and expand. So yeah, on the inside is the batting, and there is this beautiful sort of brown fabric here, and then I've just stitched like 3 times, like a border, wobbly sort of a border around there, so not perfect, but so that's that, you guys. The other thing too is, I did want your opinion on something, is I grabbed these lovely flowers from the Stamper's Hut, which is here on the Gold Coast, and I was thinking about popping a flower on there, but I actually don't know if it's going to go or if I should just leave it off and leave it to whoever receives it, they can decide. So, but I do have this beige sort of toned one. I was thinking about taking the wire off and just leaving the flower and like popping it there. So I've got the beige one, or I've got this kind of light rusty orange, I guess you could call it, sort of one like that. I don't know if that one really goes. I think maybe the beige one goes a little bit more, but yeah, I'm not sure, you guys. Let me know what you think of this little flower here, or if I should just leave it completely off. So yeah, I'll just leave them off for now and we'll get started. So we'll pop this aside, but I hope you guys have been having a lovely week. I went to Mount Tambourine yesterday and spent some time with my mum, so that was really lovely. We had lunch up there, and I did a little bit of thrifting, and it's just such a beautiful place up there. It's my absolute favourite place to go. So yeah, so let me have a look. I've sort of divided my pieces of ephemera into little piles here, and I sort of decided that I would stop making it because I don't know what I am and I'm not going to use in the journal, so I'm thinking I might be short a few pockets, so I'm just going to go through and roughly place this stuff that I've got and then see what I need to create. So I'm thinking on the first page I'm going to add this beautiful piece, which is my favourite piece. So I'm just going to paper clip them all in and we'll have a little bit of chat. So these 10 crafty questions, I don't think that I have got 10. I think I missed one somewhere along the way. I think I've got 9, but it's okay. I'll just answer them. It gives me something to chat about while I pop in these little pieces of ephemera. So the first question is, let me just make sure this paperclip doesn't rip that there. The first question is, what is my name? So my name is Sarah. My last name is Simpson, which is my husband's last name, and I took that on when we got married, which was 10 years ago now. So we have been married 10 years, but we have been together for 17 years. For those of you who don't know, my husband and I are high school sweethearts. We've been together a very, very long time. So yeah, couldn't imagine life without him. And yeah, we got married when my children were quite young. And yeah, so that's that. What's my name? It's a bit of a simple question. Let me just have a look and see what else I want to pop on the back here. I'm kind of wanting to even out the pieces. Might pop that one there. This one here is kind of a pocket, so we do have, this one here is a pocket as well. And this one here I'm actually going to sew, and I'm going to create like a pocket. I grabbed these dividers yesterday, so I sort of decorated the front of the divider, and I'm going to make it a pocket as well. So yeah, I'll leave that one there. So the second question is, how did I come up with my YouTube name? So my YouTube name is the same as my Etsy shop, and it came about, actually it wasn't the original name of my shop, but I wasn't happy with the name that I had chosen, and at the time actually I was really loving mushrooms. I'll show you actually. I can find the book, hang on a minute guys. This one here. I was really loving mushroom illustrations, so I had purchased this book from the online bookstore, which is, I did link it in a few of my videos. It's a second-hand bookshop, and I purchased this, and it had all these beautiful mushroom illustrations. So I had this one at the time. I was fussy cutting out some mushrooms, and I was in my craft area at my old house, and my son was in the lounge room. Now he was it was a couple years ago, so he would have been around about 14, I guess. He was in the lounge room and he was playing a video game, and in this video game I'm not sure, he was crafting and creating and selling things to market, and I don't exactly know, but it was kind of like this trading sort of a game or something like that. And I was chatting out loud to my husband, and I was just saying, I don't know what I want my shop name, my new shop name to be called, but I really am loving mushrooms and toadstools, and I want something to revolve around that. And my son was obviously in there. I think he was actually, might have been growing mushrooms in this game or something and selling them off to market. And he said, Mum, what about the mushroom market? Because he was just listening in, you know. And I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. And I sat on it for a little while, and I thought it was a little bit quirky, and it just stuck. So yeah, actually it was my son who gave me the name for the shop. So that's the kind of story behind that. Not very interesting, but you know, it's how these things come about in casual discussion with your family. Yeah, so my son came up with the mushroom market, and it's just stuck. And yeah, I like it. I like mushrooms. I still love mushroom illustration. I would love to learn to draw mushrooms as well. So yeah, so I've got this piece here, which is kind of a small pocket, or a piece where you could pop a photo, and then this piece is a writing piece here. So I kind of want to skip every second page in this journal, because I want to leave some room for people to do what they want, or I may fold some of the pages up, I'm not sure. So I might just skip a few of these. Let me see what else we've got. I might want to pop a pocket on one of these. So we've got pockets. We've got this little awesome flip out piece. I'll probably end up moving a lot of the stuff about anyway. I tend to do that, so you could pop we could pop an embellishment piece along that side. Yeah, I might do that. Or yeah. Got that piece, that piece. Maybe we should pop it up on here. And then that can sort of come over here. I think that looks quite nice. Kind of looks like it's growing out of here. Maybe we'll pop that one there just loosely for now anyway. I'll probably fidget with it later. So what's another question? My favourite craft. Yeah, I haven't really thought about these questions, you guys. My favourite craft, to be perfectly honest, I like crafts that are, I like to make sort of smaller paper crafts, if that makes sense. I love making journals as well, but I do like to make up, you know, like just small paper crafts, because I'm kind of, I get bored quite quickly with things, and I've got to sort of change it up. So I find that when I'm making smaller things of different sort of, like if I'm doing pockets or embellishments, and then I'll switch it up and I might do some eco dyeing or some handmade paper, something like that. I like to switch up the things that I'm doing quite often. So I couldn't, yeah, whatever it is, I like things that are quite quick and easy to make, and they keep me interested for, you know, that short period of time before I get bored and move on to the next thing. So yeah, just smaller paper crafts, I would say, and making up. I love to make up sort of junk journal packs and bundles of things. I really enjoy putting things together, like, because I love thrifting, obviously. I just love to pull all that love of thrifting and crafting together, and I love to share that with people. So I don't know if that answers the question fully, but yes, that's kind of what I enjoy doing. So I've got that one piece there. What should we pop here? Actually, that's really nice. A plain piece, that might be quite, that's very plain actually. I should decorate that one up a little bit more. I'll be spending tomorrow finalising everything for the giveaway too, because like I said, there'll be 3 prizes in the giveaway. So I'll spend that time tomorrow doing that, and then Friday I'm going to be doing the giveaway video. Maybe pop a pocket here. Actually, it's quite nice. Yeah, okay, I'm going to pop this pocket here. It's quite nice against the brown craft paper. And let's have a look at another question. My favourite place to shop for crafts. This is pretty obvious. It is the thrift shop. I absolutely adore thrifting. I would thrift every second of every day if I could. But I can't. So that is my number one spot to shop for crafts. the second place, I would have to say, here there's some discount stores, and they quite often have a little craft aisle, and I really enjoy going into the discount stores and finding different things. Like I found decoupage paper and just like those little white flowers that I put on the quilt journal, they were there. Little pieces of linens and things to stamp on, so I go crazy at the discount stores. The third one I guess would be Spotlight, which is a store here in Australia, but yeah, it's not, they really need to up their game. They're not great with crafts. They're not up to date with the latest sort of papers and things like that. They repeat things. It's not great for crafting items. A lot of the stuff in there still ends up being damaged too. I don't know why. So I go there, but very rarely, and that's only since Kaisercraft actually left, because they were down in Robina, I believe, and they had a discount store at Kaisercraft, and I used to go there all the time until they sort of, I don't know if they went out of business or what happened, but now my closest Kaisercraft is about an hour away, so I don't really get to go there. So yeah, it's the thrift stores, it's the discount shops, and yeah, Spotlight, but I would prefer Kaisercraft if it was closer. I don't often shop online. I know a lot of crafters had said Amazon. I don't really think Amazon is that big here in Australia. I believe there is Amazon Australia, but yeah, it's not really, it doesn't appeal to me. I don't really know anybody who does shop on Amazon here. And because I am such an impatient person, I'm terribly impatient, I don't like waiting for delivery. So it's always about going in store. And I do actually shop on AliExpress on and off, but I'm pretty careful about what I buy there now. I did see someone posting about them ripping off artists, which is appalling. So I'm very careful now about what I buy from AliExpress. So that's that question. So let's keep going with our embellishing. This is just a little flower, sort of a piece here. I may decorate that separately, so I'm going to leave it for now. I'm going to try and even this out. So I popped, what did I pop here? That. So I might just turn this over and see if I can decorate with this butterfly somewhere here. Maybe we'll pop it here, so it's sort of even. What else have we got? My top 5 crafty YouTube channels. I don't have a top 5, so I really couldn't tell you my top 5 crafty channels, but maybe we can talk about my top 5 categories of what I watch on YouTube. Maybe that will be something. So the different things that I do watch on YouTube, because they're not all crafting, believe it or not. I do adore tiny homes and van life. For any of you guys who like van life and things like that, I love watching people who are travelling around, travelling the world, who are in van life, who are just travelling full stop travel vlogs. So this is asides from crafts, other sort of categories that I watch. Another one would be gardening videos. I do love watching especially vegetable gardening videos for hints and tips about vegetable gardening, because I'm very passionate about that. And what else? We've got thrifting videos. You guys know I love Crazy Lamp Lady. She is one of my favourite thrifters. I do watch a couple of other thrifting videos and thrifting related sort of videos as well. So that's that category. And then I do really enjoy vlog style videos, so like family vlogs and things like that. I really enjoy watching. I love watching other people's lives in general. I find it really fascinating, even if they could be sitting there doing the dishes, you know. I find that really fascinating. I just love to sort of connect with other families on that sort of way. So that's the sort of top 5 categories that I watch on YouTube. So there's that. Let's see. Pocket. Do we have another pocket? Let me have a look. We've got this one we've made out of an envelope. This one here is also a pocket I made, but I made it with a piece of fabric. So I made it that it's supposed to sort of be a flip out pocket. So it's going to go over the page like that and flip out. So you've still got the entire page to work with, but then you can pop a tag. Do I have a tag? I've got no tags around me at the moment. You could pop a tag or a journaling card in there. So that one there is just attached. So that's another pocket. So I might just look and see where we can pop that. Did I pop it on this one? I'm trying to even it out, but I'm not doing a very good job, you guys. So it was, oh, okay. Let's find the brown crafting piece and we'll pop one of these on here. So we can pop that there and it could sort of flip out to an area here, and then you've got all of that there. Or I've got this piece here that flips open as well. I'm thinking that that little pocket should go on a smaller page, so I might leave that one. So what should we do, you guys? I'm thinking that maybe I'll put this on a lighter piece so it contrasts a little bit more, so we might stick with this pocket here. So what I might do is actually pop it on this side so it can sit there. Let's have a look at another question. My favourite colour or colours, it's also a tricky one because I do like a lot of colours. It just depends on the tone of the colours. So for example, I'm a big fan of green and mint green. I'm also quite drawn to pinks and creams. What else? Yeah, pinks and creams and mint green. I guess that would probably be the 3 sort of favourite colours that I have. Obviously here I'm working a lot with browns and oranges, and I'm really enjoying working with this as well. There's a lot of cream tones in it though, but I'm not a fan of orange, but I'm very much loving this sort of rusty sort of or burnt orange. So yeah, sometimes I might not like a colour, but I might like a different sort of tone of colour. If that makes sense. So there's that question. We'll just pop a paper clip in here. And what else do we have here? My favourite craft tools. Now, I did think about this because I'm not somebody who has an awful lot of craft tools. I have found in the past things that I've bought things like the Mink machine by Hardy Swap, you know, foiled things. It was just sort of fads and phases, and it was complete waste of money. So once I sort of got rid of a lot of those things that I wasn't using, I was quite selective in what I then purchased for my crafting. So my top favourite things for crafting are the things that I use all the time, and the things that are, in my opinion, are really worth money. So number 1 is a sewing machine. I think it's just so versatile. You can work with fabrics and paper. It's probably not so great for your needle, but you can do a lot with stitching. It adds beautiful texture. The colours, you know, I adore it. The latest sewing machine that I bought, the first one I had was a Singer Heritage, and then I wanted to upgrade to a different sewing machine, one that had free motion stitching. So I upgraded and I bought the Singer Confidence Quilter because I know one day I would like to make quilts as well, and I wanted the feature with the free motion. So that is my current machine, is a Singer Confidence Quilter. The second favourite craft tool would be my Sizzix Big Shot. I absolutely adore that machine. I think it just, you can create so much with it. Now I did used to have the Cameo silhouette, cameo silhouette, I don't know what it's called. I used to have that, and I mean, I think you either love it or you hate it. I was somebody who hated it. It was just always having problems. I absolutely hated it. Biggest waste of money that I had spent. So I decided I wanted to try the Sizzix because it was manual, and you know, I just wish that I had bought that from day number one. So you can cut multiple dies that go along with stamps, you can emboss, you can even cut, I think, very thin fabrics. You know, it's just, the dies and things like that are just endless. They're endless in making embellishments and decorating so many different pieces that you have, and I just adore it. I mean, even these little things, like, there would be nothing without these little dies. So they'd be quite plain, but you know, I really enjoy the Sizzix machine. So there's that one. Number 3, favorite tools. Well, I don't know if this is a tool, but I'm going to say books / papers, stationery papers and papers. Books, you guys know I've got a huge love of collecting books. I'm the crazy book lady. I had a friend over the other day, new friend actually, Rachel, and she got to see my terrible, my huge book collection. So yeah, books I think are endless again for things that you can make, images that you can cut out, pages. I mean, even if you do not want to use the actual book, and this is what I've found, a lot of thrifting stores, it goes yeah, hand in hand with my thrifting, there are some thrifting stores that throw books away, and they've got a box out the front, they'll say free, grab them. So I will grab them with not the intention to use them in embellishments or things like that, but the intention to turn them into handmade paper, because I love handmade paper and I love the texture. So I will grab books and I will rip the pages out, rip them up, put them in my blender and make handmade paper, and they come out whatever colour or tone they come out. So they're just so versatile in the things that you can make with them. So books, and yeah, stationery. You guys know I love to collect stationery, so sort of school stationery, especially vintage stationery, cards and like invitation pads, yeah, all sorts of, like, you know, you guys know all of that sort of stuff. Scrapbooking papers as well is another thing that I do really enjoy using, but lately I really haven't been using a whole heap of them. The last thing I would say would go along with the Sizzix machine, which is dies and embossing folders, so it's another tool. And then little things I would say that add texture and aren't very expensive, things like staplers, paper clips, fabrics and things like that. Those are my top sort of favourite things that I use. So we'll stop talking now and we'll keep moving on with this. So we've popped a pocket there. What I might do is pop another piece here. So we've got this piece here, which is actually a pocket. This piece here, which is just a sort of a journaling sort of card. This piece here, like I said, actually that goes quite nicely. It is one of these sort of vintagey index divider things. I've seen some people alter these, which is so cool. Love the idea. I might pop that there, maybe. I might do, I'll just pop it there for now. It may change later on. So, this one here, what's another question? Yeah, like I said, I think I've only got 9 questions, you guys, but where does your love of crafting come from? I'm going to say my grandmother. My grandma was, she was such a huge part of my life, such an important part of my life. It's still kind of raw talking about it because she passed away she passed away a year ago now, but you know, you guys all know it just doesn't sort of leave you, it leaves a big fat gap in your life. So she was amazing at sewing, she was amazing at freehand embroidery. I mean, I remember even once when I was a kid and we had a sort of a dress up day, I think, at school, she created me this costume, and I think it was this, I was a spider, and so she created this full costume for me in like only a couple of days, I think. And yeah, it went right on me. It had all the spider legs hanging off, and they were attached to my arms where I could move them up and down. And yeah, she made that for me, and it was amazing what she did. She also sewed you know, my flower girl dress on my auntie's wedding. She did, yeah, like I said, freehand embroidery. She used to embroider little skirts and things that I would buy. She'd put little embroidery, freehand embroidery on it. She was an absolute amazing artist. She just drew beautifully. She was so talented in so many different ways. So yeah, I think that's where my love come from. And then also my mum, she's very, very good as well. She's great at sewing. She's very good at cross stitch. She made a beautiful quilt and things like that. So yeah, I think it comes from my family. And then in saying that too, I grew up in New Zealand, and New Zealand, I mean, to me, I think it's very much a creative country. And we did a lot of creative things growing up, you know, in school and things like that. I did so much creative things. I was always trying my hand at new things, pottery, screen printing. I made handmade paper in school, so there was always creative things happening. I took art, I took sewing in school, so I guess, yeah, you know, took photography. You know, I could develop my own photography films in a photography studio and things like that. So I've always sort of leaned towards the creative side, and I've always not really focused in on one thing. It's always been a wide range of interests sort of creatively that I've had. So, and there's a lot that I still want to do. I want to get back into pottery. I'm very, very, very passionate about that, and it's super expensive, so that's something that I really want to do in the future. I love to do anything that's with my hands, so it doesn't really matter what it is. Even when I was a kid, I took woodwork in school, and I was making things, so it's just whatever I could make with my hands, and it was great in New Zealand because they did really cater to kids who were creative and things like that. And you know, I did grow up in the countryside in New Zealand, so I was always, I was a bit of a tomboy. I was always running to, our house backed onto a big forest area, and you know, my mum, I was always reading Enid Blyton stories when I was a kid, and she would always tell me fairy stories and things like that, so I'd be off and down into the forest, and I would be building my own tree huts, and my dog would come along, and it was all such, I don't know, I had a really freeing childhood, so that kind of really it feeds your creative mind, you know, so that's that. Probably went a little bit off track. We've got that. We'll move on. We've popped this one in here, and like I said, I'm going to sew around here, and that's going to be a pocket. So I'm going to put this over here, and I'm going to pop another one, I think. Put it on this side or that side, maybe this side. That's a pocket, so maybe we'll pop either this one, hoping that's going to fit. I may have to trim this down a little bit, or we have this one here. Yep, I'm going to pop that one there, and then I'm going to pop like my postcards and things in there. Yeah, like I said, I'm still going to have to add a lot more in. I'm going to put vintage ephemera, and I'm probably going to do some more pockets. So let's just pop that one up there. What did we get up to? When did you start crafting? Well, I guess I kind of went over that in the last question. Young. I was always surrounded by it. That was another thing. You know, my grandmother was a wonderful knitter, so I was taught at a very young age to knit, and you know, I can do a little bit of crochet as well, but knitting. So yeah, very young. I mean, trying to think what age. I mean, I started creatively quite young, like 5, doing a lot of bits here and there. So yeah, very, very young, and then throughout school and that kind of thing. And yeah, there's another question that I think I'm missing, but I don't know what it is, so I apologise for that. That's 9 questions, and I think I've answered them all. So we'll carry on with this. This is kind of some handmade paper and that I was going to turn into a bit of a booklet inside here. So I'm going to decorate this piece here up once I put everything else in. I think I'll do that. So we'll just skip that piece. That's a pocket, and please excuse the noise and the banging. I'll probably end up going through putting things in, and then I'll be left with a bunch of pages, so I think that's what's going to happen. I'm just going to skip forward to here because I think this one here, I want to attach this booklet onto this little piece of the scrapbooking paper here, and I'll glue it down like this. I'll probably glue that piece to the tea stain part at the back there, so let's pop this one. I don't know what they're doing outside, but they're noisy. So I might skip this one because I'm going to decorate that piece up there, so I'm going to leave a plain page, and then we've got this grid page here. So I might pop, because it's a shorter piece, I might pop a smaller piece in here, or just a wee simple pocket maybe, that might go quite nicely. Might leave that up there and pop something in there, so let's pop that there. And I'm just going to flip this over, so yeah, I've got that one there. We'll pop something on here. Another smaller piece. No. Might pop this here, just loosely. So what are we at now? 37 minutes. Sorry guys, and I've been jabberwocking. Try and power through this. I think the other side might be a flip out of that. So we've got this brown piece here. I'm thinking that this oddly sort of shaped booklet I might pop in the middle of the signature, so I'll show you. I'll sit it probably in there so that when it's open you've got like layers all around here, so I'm thinking I'll pop that there. I might just leave that loosely in there. And then we've got 3 tea stain pages there. I'm going to leave that one there blank. What are we going to pop here? I think I'll pop this one here. So my intention for this piece here is I'm going to glue, so I'm going to glue this onto the front there, and this here flips open. So I'm probably going to do some sewing around here. Yeah, so I'll pop that one there, and then we'll finish up. I'll pop some little embellishments here and there, I think. This is really fragile paper, I'm afraid I'm going to rip it. So, put this one here. So I'll flip this one aside and pop another larger piece here. Oh. Let me just see where I popped that one. Okay, there. So we'll just open that up. And let's see, I do have this lovely piece here. We might be able to pop that there. Once again, it's got that beautiful paper, but it's really, really fragile. So there's that one. I'll skip another page, and I've got this that flips out here. So I might pop something on there, but it might be quite simple. This is quite simple, so maybe we could pop that here, because it's got that really colourful background. So let's pop that one there. Grab another paper clip. And we've got this piece here, which I might sew here. I might decorate that up, and I might pop like some more postcards. I've got some tags too. I might do that there, so I might leave that one for the meantime. And I might pop something small here. So let me just have a look over here at the little embellishment pieces. Maybe we'll just pop this little embellishment piece over here, like so. Let's grab some more paper clips. So there's that one, and then that's going to be the inside of the signature. And we pop that one there. So that one doesn't have anything on it here. No. Maybe we'll pop this one here. Not sure what I'm going to do with this one yet actually, so I'll just loosely pop it in. And it will get quite chunky, I think. Maybe we'll pop another embellishment piece. Just something really simple, maybe. Maybe along the bottom. Pop something very simple along there. Doesn't take much sometimes, especially when you've got really pretty pattern paper in the background. So it can go there. Now I'm running out of things to pop in, so I've got a little envelope here I was thinking about popping in. I might just loosely throw that in. And yeah, like I said, I know that I need to make some more pockets because I've got some tags and some postcards, and I want to pop some more vintage ephemera in, so I'll be doing that tomorrow. Let's go through with these little embellishment pieces here. So these are some tags. I misplaced the other tag, so I'll just pop those aside because they'll end up going in pockets and things. Let's go through and see where we can pop little embellishments here and there. Might be able to, you can see the peg there when I sort of folded the paper over, so I might end up doing something with that piece. But for now, let's pop this little embellishment here. And I don't think I've got any sort of at the front. Oh my gosh, look guys, see, it's already getting really chunky, so it's the thing, even when you've got 25 pages and your ephemera just bulks it out. So it's going to sit in there like so. And I wasn't sure if I was going to do some ruffles down the side, but I might do the same as what I'm probably going to do with this, and I might leave these separate for whoever receives this journal. They can place it on there or put it somewhere else. I might make some ruffles and pop them in with the journal so they can add them if they want or not. So let's just pop a few more things and then we'll wrap up the video. Oh, so we've got, yeah, we'll pop a piece here, I think. And pop a little piece down here, or I don't know which way this one's supposed to go. Oh, actually, that looks quite nice up there, so let's pop that one in. And see what else is sort of plainish looking. You can add some decoration. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to add decoration to that, so leave that one for now. This one here is really plain actually. We need something on here. So let's just pop this one here for now. And the lucky last piece, maybe we'll pop on, yeah, these are quite plain here, so let's add a decorative piece up here, I think. Or I might get moved if this is where I want to put another pocket, so. Alrighty guys, so I think that'll do it for now, just loosely placing that ephemera through the book. And yeah, I will be back Friday with the actual giveaway, and I will do a full flip through of the journal and of the second journal that'll be in the shop. That'll be the black one with a sort of a little bit of a embellishment kit with it. And I think I have to tag 3 people for the 10 crafty questions, but first of all, thank you Maud for tagging me. It was great to have something different to chat about for once. You know, I probably don't have the best conversation, so it was really fun to do the questions anyway. So I would like to tag Stephanie Garrett from Stephanie Garrett Creative. I've seen a few of her videos and I found them really fascinating. I think she's a really lovely person, and I would love to hear her do the 10 crafty questions. I'm not sure if she's been tagged. Second person is Marcia from Then and There. She's somebody who I've followed for quite some time and admired. She works beautifully with textiles and glue books, junk journals. You know, she just does just beautiful work. So I don't think I saw her do 10 crafty questions. So Marcia, if you're watching this, I'm not sure if you are, but I'd love to hear your answers to the questions. And the third one will be Jessica from I'm a Cool Mum. She's just lovely person as well, and I really enjoy watching her videos, and yeah, would love to hear her answer the questions too. So let's pop everything in here, you guys. And what's on there? I have to zip off to an appointment, so when I get back I will upload this video to you guys. Yeah, but please let me know in the comments what you guys think of these flowers, if you think I should put them on or leave them off. Yeah, and I will chat to you guys on Friday for the giveaway, so stay tuned. And yeah, hope you're all having a lovely week. Big thank you once again to all the new subscribers and to all my old subscribers. Thank you so much. I really appreciate every single one of you, and just means the world to me. So thank you guys so much for getting me to 6,000 subscribers, and I hope you'll enjoy the giveaway on Friday. But take care, and I will speak to you soon, guys. Bye.